No, sir. These are not men but goblins. They will return in the hope of devouring us when we are weak and faint after throwing away our water at 9, they're asking. As the young merchant who went on before us was not a man of resource. Most likely he has been fooled into throwing his water away and has been devoured when exhaustion followed. We may expect to find his 500 carts standing just as they were loaded for the start. We shall come on them today. Press on with all possible speed, without throwing away a drop of water. Urging his men forward with these words, he proceeded on his way till he came upon the 500 carts standing just as they had been loaded in. The skeletons of the men and oxen lying strewn in every direction. He had his carts unyoked and arranged in a circle so as to form a strong laagar. He saw that his men and oxen had their supper early, and that the oxen were made to lie down in the middle with the men round them. And he himself with the leading men of his band stood on guard, sword in hand, through the 3 watches of the night, waiting for the day to dawn. On the next day at daybreak, when he had had his oxen fed and everything needful done, he discarded his own weak carts for stronger ones, and his own common goods for the most costly of the derelict goods. Then he went on to his destination, where he bartered his stock for wares of 2 or 3 times their value, and came back to his own city without losing a single man out of all his company. This story ended. The master said, "Thus it was, layman, that in times past the stupid came to utter destruction, while those who stuck to the truth, escaping from the demons' hands, reached their goal in safety and came back to their homes again." And when he had thus linked the 2 stories together, he, as the Buddha, spoke the following stanza for the purposes of this lesson on the truth. Then some explained the soul, the exceptional truth, but otherwise the false teachers spoke. Let him that is wise from this a lesson take, and firmly grasp the soul, the exceptional truth. Thus did the Lord Buddha teach this lesson respecting truth. And he went on to say, what is called walking by truth not only gives the 3 happy gifts, the 6 heavenly Deva angel states of the realms of sense, and the gifts of the higher realm of Brahma, archangel, but finally is the giver of arhatship, enlightenment equal to Buddha, while what is called walking by untruth follows rebirth in the 4 states of punishment or in the lowest castes, classes, of mankind. Further, the master went on to explain in 16 ways the 4 truths, at the close of which all those 500 disciples were established in the fruit of the first path, having delivered his lesson and his teaching, and having told the 2 stories and established the relation linking them together. The master concluded by identifying the birth as follows. Devadatta was the foolish young merchant of those days. His followers were the followers of that merchant. The followers of the Buddha were the followers of the wise merchant, who was myself.